Grand Rising. I'm sure many of you heard about this, the longest speech and the acceptance of the Republican National Convention history. And it's funny because like we've been talking about how everything has just been scripted. Everything is scripted. As much as people don't want to believe things are scripted, they are. Remember that Pluto went back into Aquarius, right? And it's like everything that has all the attributes of Pluto are like on overload at this point. So many people have been told not to look at the stars, not to look at the planet. Oh, Pluto's not a planet anymore because, Esau doesn't accept Pluto anymore. But the attributes of Pluto are still being felt today here in the world. So let's check this out. Here we have the rulership book. And of course, this is why many people don't look at these things, because they've been told it's evil, just like pentagrams are evil, even though our bodies are made in the shape of pentagram. The Star of David is evil. Don't look at this, but it's all over their money. It's all over law enforcement stars, all the different things that they want to give power to. They make into a lot of these different kinds of symbols, right? Just because the Europeans have said that Pluto is not a planet does not mean that Pluto is not affecting what is going on right here. So we've been here, everyone's on code. If you've been listening to many of the broadcasts, everything's the assassination attempt, the failed assassination attempt, the assassination. So the key word is assassination. Oh, the assassin was just killed. The assassin was, and they're talking about the assassin, right? Everything is about assassination right before, the Republican National Convention, and everyone wants to believe that, oh, God now, is on Trump's side and has kept him safe. And, they're just manipulating events. That's what they've been doing this whole time, right? But it's just like a movie, that the Most High is running. The Most High is the director, and he tells them, okay, you're going to do this, you're going to do that. But, you're going to need to, annihilation is one of the words, Atlantis is one of the words. I was seeing how people talking about Atlantis, annihilation. You're talking about like a restoration. That's also part of Pluto, the restoration of the Israelites. But see, when you're only looking at things from the people playing in the movie, and you don't look at what the director is doing, you'll have no idea what's going on. See, the Most High, our power, is the director. So therefore, we're looking at things from the director's perspective. Everyone else around us, Psalms 83, they're just pawns in the game. But they don't see how the director is manipulating all these events for his greater good, his greater aim. His greater aim is to restore his people. And then through his people, they're going to be able to, the world's going to see the power of our God, the power that he exudes over the whole world. You know what I'm saying? So they think that Cesare Borgia is going to save them. That's their God. White Jesus is their God. Their churches, their system. So many people believe in Trump, believe Trump's going to be their savior. Again, like I told you about in the last video, Trump has just been taking the attributes of the true Israelites. That's all that he's been trying to do now. That's what they're trying to do. They're trying to make him like us. All of a sudden, the world is against him. All of a sudden, he's an outsider. All of a sudden, no one likes him, because he exposes the truth, right? All of a sudden now the laws of enforcement is against him because they got trumped up charges, fake charges, and they put on him. He went to a court that was a sham court that made he was guilty, but he wasn't. He's not really guilty. Now all of a sudden someone's trying to kill him. People get shot at every day. As someone had put a meme, and it's true. People get shot at every day. No one gets all this fanfare for getting shot at or getting close calls, except for him. All of a sudden, because it's him, all of a sudden it's just, it's on steroids now. This whole thing about the assassination attempt, and we all, you people who think that this is all staged, you guys are just crazy. You guys, I'm like, okay. Well, let's see what the rulership book here of Pluto says. So right here is Pluto, and you can see all these different words that go along with Pluto. And now Pluto's an Aquarius, like I said, it's just, everything is just, it's huge. It's just on overload. It's on overdrive at this point. But let's take a look at one of the words for Pluto. Assassinations. Assassins. So as you can see, assassinations, assassins. That is in this section talking about Pluto. Pluto moving over here into Aquarius. So all of a sudden, this was an assassination attempt. And all of a sudden now they're all talking about assassinations and how he survived this assassination. See, the Most High told him, these are your orders. These are your marching orders. These are the things you're going to talk about. These are the things you're going to work in this society. So that people, but see, the vast majority of people won't look at books like this, won't look because it's been told it's evil. So then, if you don't look at things like this, you'll think that these things are really happening, but it's actually all part of the playbook. And these are this is the playbook of the Most High, because they cannot manipulate the stars. They cannot manipulate, what the stars mean, what kind of energy they push, and things like that. So all of a sudden now, all over the news, it's just every single news cycle, it's talking about the same thing over and over again. The assassination attempt, the assassins, all these different things, right? And atrocities. If you look at the bottom there, atrocities. See, all of a sudden, it's been all big about people talking about the atrocities that this country has, pretty much played on our people. They don't want to believe it. I said, but this is like Pluto, and it's telling you what is coming out of the atrocities, the things that they've pretty much they've been trying to hide this whole time. They've been going out of their way to hide the atrocities of their past. You think all these things are just a coincidence? That we talk about atrocities right now, all of a sudden assassinations. They have their script. This is the script. The atrocities were going to come out. The atrocities they've tried to hide is going to come out in this cycle, in this time. And then Pluto's going to be in Aquarius for a very long time. And as you can see, as soon as it went in there, all of a sudden, our information has just been in the forefront. And what are they doing? Running away from it. So if you want to know what's on tap, if you want to know, what their script is, all you do is take a look at the stars, because it's going to tell you. What are the odds that not that long, when, it hasn't been that long, but a couple months since Pluto's went into Aquarius, and all of a sudden you got assassination attempt on Trump, on a person running for the presidency. You got atrocities being brought out, all these things that you guys have done, the billions of people, hundreds of millions of people that you guys have killed worldwide. All of the raping, robbing, murdering that you guys have been doing coming out worldwide, right? All those types of things. Now, hold on. One of the words on the left you might not be able to see is amnesia, not being able to remember, losing all sense of what's going on around you. All of a sudden, that's all Biden. All of a sudden, that's what they're talking about, is amnesia. And that's what's been going on, right? He's going to need to drop out of the race. He's going to have to drop out of the race. He can't remember this. He's sick now. It's like, you guys didn't realize this before. But see, all of these things that are coming out, it's all written here in this book. It's all part of the playbook. And then someone who doesn't read any of this information and doesn't look at, you got Antichrist. You see that right there at the top. Annihilation. This is the annihilation of your matrix, of your system, right? The Antichrist. You guys have been talking about, it's been one person, but it's Antichrist. All of you people who are going against the Most High are Antichrists, not just one. But there are many Antichrists. But see, people who don't look at this kind of information are like this. It's all fake political theater, right? No, it's not fake. He is the savior of this country. God protected him. You would believe this because you want to believe it, because the Most High hasn't shown you anything different. You think that, this is how things are and whatever else, but it's not the case whatsoever. It is fake. And he is not the savior of this country. There is no one that can be a savior of this country. The Most High didn't protect him, okay? This is part of the script. This is all that it is, and you're just part of the game. That's it. And it's very difficult for you guys to understand this. You other nations, this has been you. You guys have been the one. Many pick the fruit, but few study the roots. Most of you guys have been picking the fruit, loving the, all of the dainties you've gotten in this world, but few of you have ever studied the roots. You refuse to study the roots because when you study the roots, you realize that everything that you've been told is a lie. Your whole reality is false, and you're too scared to know it. But that's the times that we are in. Much love, family. Shalom.